Greetings. Welcome to the first installment of Celestial Sights and Sounds, LLC, the Celestial Digital Audio Messenger 2024. This is January 26th, by the way. And of course, I said before that it's the first installment. And I've been gone for quite some time. Who? Me? I'm Brother Levell B in 3D, masquerading for nobody, a true apostle of liberty. And I'll get into maybe at some point during this rants for 2024 why I've been gone so long. Yes, I have been gone for a while. I've been, what do you call it, like a stray child. But anyway, I'm going to be bringing news and words from WELUV The Truth Network. That's right. And today, I want to start this first rant off with a word, bribe. Bribe is so apropos for nowadays. Oh, man, it is so pitiful where we are in this country that I love, and that is America. America. Yes, America is no longer America the Beautiful. You know, I remember when you could say, I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. No, man. I'm not pessimistic, by the way, though. I'm not pessimistic. I do have hope. But this word bribe has come home to roost so deeply in this country. As right now in our big, what they call White House, the administration, we're talking the House of Representatives, we're talking about the Senate. Oh, Lord, and don't talk about the judiciary. So we have the executive branch that has been bribed, which leads to trickle down into the administration. And we have Department of Justice, who is rotten with bribes. You know, the what do you call these attorneys, generals, and stuff? All these people. We see the fruit of, and it's rotten, of bribes. And what is a bribe? Bribe is something, you give in to somebody to get the advantage, something that will make things advantageous. So you bribe a judge, you bribe an attorney, you bribe, you pay an attorney, man, but, you bribe a judge, you bribe a politician, you know what I'm talking about. So a bribe is something that usually is going to be dishonest and illegal. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the advantage. But we have the fruits of it. We see that the prices are high, everything. People are suffering. I know I'm suffering. And I'm really wasn't that bad off before this administration came in. But I'm telling you, they want you scratching a pole behind for real. You know what I'm saying? And I started a business right before the lockdowns happened. I'd say I was 2018, 2019, right in there. I got the business going and had a few gigs. And what I do is I am an event enhancement specialist where I provide, the, support that will make your event, nicer, like a sound equipment, microphones, speakers, boards, lights, live performance, also mood music. Not necessarily like a DJ, but I can provide the dance music. I keep you on the dance floor, baby. But anyway, I'm looking at bribes now, and it's really pitiful what's going on. You see the fruit of bribes. But I'm really just taken back by, the fact that most of the people that I know not all, but most of them, cast their votes for this kind of bull crap that we're dealing with now. And I'm just saying these are otherwise, pretty thoughtful and intelligent folk, and a bad thing about it, a lot of them say they're Christians or religious folk, and it is totally, totally maddening and exhausting so that we have people who will, praise Jesus, thank you, Lord, and then go out and cast their votes for folk who want to kill babies, not just in the womb, but even when they make it out. They want to have, big daddy government run everything and be involved in every aspect of your life, be more than big brother. Call him big daddy, sugar daddy, if you will. But I don't know. I've been an idiot, stupid, whatever, young, dumb, full of, excuse me, I don't want to say that word, but for so many years of my life. And the Lord just kept saving me out of bull crap that I'd get myself into. Nevertheless, the consequences of my rebellion and my carryings on, I still have to deal with. And it's only by his grace and mercy that it didn't just totally consume me. But now I can see the light and been delivered. And so I'm going to tell you, bribes, it's no good. Back in the day, writings of old, you understand, it's Jesus has just opened my eyes, and it's the word. Now listen, in Exodus, let me start at Exodus. Exodus, the Lord was giving them all what they shall not do in order to be his people, to establish himself as his people. These are things. And one of the things he said in Exodus 23, in verse 8, he says, and you shall not take a bribe. You shall take no bribe. No bribe. Because this is why. A bribe blinds the discerning and perverts the words of the righteous. Oh, man. So you see why all these politicians are lying. Every time they open their mouth, they lie because they done took bribes. Republicans and Democrats. Bribes. That's why the Republicans don't say nothing about these Democrats. Off the chain. Insane with the crap they talk. All you got to do is watch some of those hearings and hear these cats talk. I mean, I couldn't be a politician. I certainly couldn't be in my shape now. And I'm old, morbidly obese and out of shape and everything. But even then, some of the crap these people be saying, when you ask them a question, these witnesses and stuff, and they start talking, they can't answer no question, they getting paid by the public, and telling the people that represent me, John Q. Public, that they can't answer it, they can't give no answer, and they not gonna answer. Excuse me, we just gonna go over there and kick your. No, let me stop. It gets to be like that. It's ridiculous. But here's another thing. Like Amos, even before Amos, let's talk. Ecclesiastes is what I was thinking about. Ecclesiastes. And it says, surely oppression destroys a wise man's reason, and a bribe debases the heart. Oh, my goodness. A bribe debases the heart. In that word heart, let's say our soul, the center of our being, the heart of the matter of a person. It debases, it renders the soul of little value. It's not, if you take a bribe, you just negated any value of your being. Oh, man. Yes, sir. A bribe. So every time I hear the president talk over a microphone or anybody in the administration talk, they are debased. They have no value. Their soul has been debased. You see what I'm saying? I mean, here's another writing from way back when. Deuteronomy 16. You shall not pervert justice. You shall not show partiality, nor take a bribe. For a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. If only I had followed that back in my younger days and it just stuck and recognized that, I wouldn't have been, the Lord wouldn't have had to deliver me out of so much crap that he's delivered me from. Yes, I've been bribed before. I've been bribed. And it twisted my words and it blinded me to the wisdom and direction, sidetracked me. It all but destroyed me. But I'm looking at it today, and I'm not trying to judge it. I'm just saying this is where we are. If you want to know why, if you're a believer and you want to know why America is not mentioned in prophecy anywhere, because look at what's happening now. We see the beginnings of the end. It started long ago, but right now you can literally see how we're ending. America will be no more in a few years. And you can't put a ripe apple into a basket of rotten apples, and that ripe apple makes those rotten apples whole again. No. I don't care what a person running for office says, and this has been true for many years. I don't care what they say when they're running for office. How they going to go in and make a change and do this and that and the other. You understand? And fight for the people and all of that. Soon, and maybe not even as soon as they hit the ground in D.C., it's probably already happening that they are becoming, they're decaying, they're being rotten. They're getting rotten already before they hit the ground. You don't go into Washington, D.C. amidst all that rottenness and come out unscathed. What they say, you lay down with dogs with fleas, you're going to get fleas. Play with the fire, you're going to get burned. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exodus, you should take no bribe. Yes, sir. Deuteronomy, you shall not pervert justice. You shall not show partiality. No, take a bribe. No. Amos was translating or writing down the words of God. And these words says, for I know your manifold transgressions. Oh, manifold. Your many different. And all of them are transgressions. Yes, sir. He knows your mighty sins, afflicting the just and taking bribes, diverting the poor from justice at the gate, meaning right downtown in the city of power, the seat of power and authority. You're perverting the poor from justice. You're taking bribes. Your bribes. And Isaiah wrote, that your princes are rebellious and companions of thieves. Everyone loves bribes and follows after rewards. They do not defend the fatherless, nor does the cause of the widow come before them. Oh, yeah. The princes. The princes, meaning the rulers, the politicians, They're rebellious. And they are companions, friends, hang out guys with thieves. Yeah, thieves. Internal Revenue. How about the Fed? Thieves. Mm-hmm. Bankers. Thieves. Yeah, companions with thieves. Yeah. That is totally interesting. You know, a king, a ruler, establishes the land by justice. But he who receives bribes overthrows it. That's just what's happening right now. We've been overthrown. We're overthrown and we don't even know it as a people. As a people. I mean American people. Now, me being an African American, I'm trying to tell you. We've been overthrown for quite some time. We got a bunch of well-paid in words telling the rest of us how, systemic racism and all that stuff is holding us back, while they living high on the hog, living large and not in charge. But anyway, sellouts. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, not because they ain't poor, or struggling. They sell out because they sold their soul. They've taken bribes to be the mouthpieces for those that are controlling and pulling the strings. See, a man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. See, they get spreading the net. And all these people coming across the border unchecked. Now, I mean the ones that's getting away. I don't mean the ones that are getting caught and all that kind of stuff. But even those that are getting caught or being tagged and sent out, you understand, being sent out into the country. And we're saturated. Our goose is cooked and we don't know it. It's going to take a miraculous move of God getting us straight. Proverbs 15. Proverbs 15, look, it says here, verse 27, it says, he who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house. See, these politicians, and even, I'm talking about people that live in their regular houses. I remember I was greedy for gain. I wanted to be a star, go to Hollywood, maybe even Detroit, be part of the Detroit sound, because I am a musician and writer, as well. But hey, I got sidetracked. My appetite was too big for the drugs and sex. And once that hits me, and of course I was going for the money. As I became a little local star, I got in deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm going to tell you what, by the time I really realized how deep I was in, oh man, I was so ashamed and embarrassed. And if my mom hadn't made me go to church, if I hadn't had the word in me, I would have totally been destroyed. There would be no hope for me. But I was saved and knew it and had this fight going on in me for the longest. And God continued. I mean, he carried me. I see that now. I see that now. But back in the day, there were times when I was so out of it, I cried out to God. Hypocrite like I was. Yeah, that's right. And I'm telling you that the word of God was the standard that was raised up in my soul against the enemy who was coming against me. And I remember David wrote that when the enemy came in like a flood, God raised a standard against him. Yeah, that was me, because I was out for the count. I was a slut bucket, low life. I was pitiful. More pitiful than I am today. And I'm telling you, the Lord made a way. And I'm looking at he who is greedy for gain troubles his own house. Our country is trouble because that's our house. We got all these people coming in here, illegally is what I'm saying. Illegally. And it's okay with those who have been bribed. You see, bribes have perverted their judgment. They're evil people. Evil. Even if they was in a ballpark of wisdom at some point, they've been totally taken out by these bribes. And we see the fruit of it, which is rotten again. And I have people in my family, not all, but most, who voted for this kind of bull crap to be going on. But like I said, I've been there, No integrity, no character, all just because it was washed out by bribes. My belly, the drugs, the sex, rock and roll, I was gone, man. Should have been dead. But the Lord had another plan. In Psalm 26, we do not gather, understand? It says, do not gather my soul with sinners. Do not gather my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloodthirsty men, in whose hands is a sinister scheme, and whose right hand is full of bribes. And I was in the midst of those folks. These are ancient writings, and we act like it's not applicable to today. Excuse me, I've been there, done it. You understand? But as for me, I will walk in my integrity. Redeem me and be merciful to me. Oh, the Lord has redeemed me, and he's been merciful. He's been merciful. Yes, Job had a word about this bribe stuff. He says, for the company of hypocrites will be barren, and fire will consume the tents of bribery. They conceive trouble and bring forth futility. Their womb, WOMB, prepares deceit. Okay, they conceive trouble, which brings forth futility. It's futile. It ain't no good. It comes to nothing. But a fire will consume the tents of bribery. Fire, testing, judgment. Fire will consume the tents, the dwelling places, those places where bribes are the norm. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the bribes, and I guess I'll, end it there, and I'll check you on the next one. I'm Brother Levell B in 3D, masquerading for nobody, and I'll see you. Don't want to be you, but I'll be praying for you.